start. So just briefly about his background. He's a graduate of the Hausa in Qom, and also he studied BA and MA in Western philosophy at the University of Tehran, and then a PhD at the University of Manchester. He currently leads the International Institute for Islamic Studies in Qom, which 80 Award were blessed to engage with in their international trips. He is also the founding director of the Risalat International Institute, which is devoted to Islamic curriculum development and educational training. And he does a lot of other activities within our community and in education. So he's led many courses and seminars in all across the world, basically. So thank you so much for joining us, Sheikh.
My pleasure.
And yeah, over to you, Bismillah.
Thank you very much. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف. First, I would like to congratulate you the birth anniversary of Imam Mahdi Ajalallah Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif, and I pray that you would be among people that truly and actively wait for him and prepare for his coming. It's always a great source of joy and pleasure for me to meet brothers and sisters in Allama Tabatabai Award. This is a great initiative in our community, and I pray that it would continue and flourish, inshallah, in years to come. Since we are mostly dealing with the youths of our community in Allama Tabatabai Award, and also since great majority of the main helpers of Imam Mahdi would be youth, so I will share a few points inshallah about this topic. And you are in a very crucial part of your life, and I hope inshallah with the right decisions you make and with your iman and dedication, inshallah you will go fast track, inshallah bi'iznillah. We know that the time of ghaiba is a time of trial, one of the, or maybe the greatest, or at least one of the greatest trials of humanity as a whole is the trial in the time of ghaiba, when they don't have the opportunity of being led and guided by the Hujjah of Allah directly. This is very clearly indicated in our hadith that this is one of the greatest trials, and many people may lose their faith. In some cases it is possible that you lose your faith even over a day. Maybe someone yusbihu mu'minan wa yumsi kafira, or overnight maybe someone yumsi mu'minan wa yusbihu kafira. Challenges are many, but the good news is that Allah's help and support for people who are truth seeking and people who are trying to act according to their conscience, according to their fitrah, according to the guidance they have received through revelation. Whatever source of guidance has been available to them, they have utilized and benefited from, they would be receiving greatest support from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In one hadith, we have this beautiful expression that this is the time that Allah would be in the nearest position to people, and Allah would be most pleased with them in the time of ghaib. So it's a great time of test, and at the same time great opportunity. You know that any time that there is a chance and opportunity for progress, there is a challenge. You cannot have convenience and big success. Little success is possible. Sometimes you can conveniently make little success. But any great success, any especially history-making success, definitely comes with challenges and with big undertakings. It's impossible to have, as we have in hadith, لا تجتمع الوليمة والعزيمة. You cannot enjoy yourself and then expect to have great determination followed by success. I want to share with you a beautiful description of the companions of Imam Mahdi Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif by Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salam. You know, from the time of the Prophet, our infallibles were talking about Imam Mahdi and his companions and helping people to be prepared for that. So in this hadith that I am reading from إلزام الناصب في إثبات الحجة الغائب, volume 2, page 171, Amirul Mu'mineen, in the middle of hadith, he says, إذا قام تجتمع إليه أصحابه على عدة أهل بدر وأصحاب طالوت وهم 313 رجلا. When Imam Mahdi uprises, when he starts his mission, his companions would get around him, and their number is equal to the number of people of Badr. The companions of the Prophet who took part in the Battle of Badr were 313. Also, Ashabu Talut were 313. كلهم ليوث. They are all like lions. قد خرجوا من غاباتهم مثل زبر الحديد. When you see a lion coming from forest, you feel a strength, you feel determination, bravery. When you see lion, it doesn't bring to your mind weakness. It doesn't bring to your mind, laziness. It doesn't bring to your mind, let me follow what is the current, what is the fashion, what is, said by, celebrities or media, etc. No. Lion is the leader. Lion is not influenced. Lion is making his own destiny. Lion is someone that you can rely on. Like zubur al-hadid, like pieces of steel. You cannot twist steel. You cannot break a steel into pieces. لو أنهم هموا بإزالة الجبال الرواسي لأزالوها عن مواضعها. If they decide to move mountains, they would do. There is nothing stopping them when they make their decisions after careful assessment, consultation, data collecting. When they do all these things and they make up their mind, as the Quran says, وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. When they do all the necessary things for a rational process of decision making, and they make up their mind, they put their trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then nothing can stop them. Nothing can weaken them. فَهُمُ الَّذِينَ وَحَّدُوا اللَّهَ حَقَّ تَوْحِيدِهِ. These are the people who really implemented Tawheed. It's very important to say La ilaha illallah. But when Quran says قُل لا إله إلا الله, or for example قُل Allah, for example Quran says قُل الله ثم ذرهم. If Quran or Hadith tell us say such things, it's not a verbal saying. قُلِ اللَّهُ ثُمَّ ذَرْهُمْ means this should be implemented. It's not just to say Allah. If you just say Allah, you cannot then leave the enemies of Allah. قُلِ اللَّهُ ثُمَّ ذَرْهُمْ means to say it wholeheartedly. In any case, it is with determination and trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you can show the character of a true muwahhid. لهم بالليل أصوات كأصوات الثواكل حزنا من خشية الله تعالى. Although they are very strong, they are like lions, they are like steel, but they have a very soft heart. They are not harsh people. There's a difference between strength and harshness. They are very soft-hearted, at the same time very strong and determined. In the night, they cry on their prayer mats. They do Salatul Layl with khushu', with humility. Qawwamul Layl, Sawwamul Nahar. They do Qiyamul Layl, they fast during the day. And they are so close to each other that despite them coming from different families, different ethnicities, different parts of the world, but كأنما رباهم أب واحد وأم واحدة. It's as if they are brought up by the same father and the same mother. They are not partitioned by ethnicity, by language, by the color of skin, by cultural, customs, etc. Their mentality is the same. Their akhlaq, the same. Their love for each other, their mutual understanding, respect, recognition, the same. كأنما رباهم أب واحد وأم واحدة قلوبهم مجتمعة بالمحبة والنصيحة. Their hearts are united with love and with wishing best for each other. Only love, sincere love, can unite hearts. Otherwise, people may work together, but for selfish reasons. Their hearts are not connected. Yes, they may work shoulder by shoulder. They may work many office hours in the office together. Or even some countries, may collaborate. They may have, different treaties, etc. But it is only sincere love that can establish unity of the hearts, which will remain in the hereafter as well. Otherwise, the Quran says, الأخلاء يومئذ بعضهم لبعض عدو إلا المتقين. All friends become enemies except pious people, whose friendship was based on mahabbah, on sincere love, on taqwa. Then Amir al-Mu'minin says, ألا وإني لأعرف أسماءهم وأمصارهم. Be aware that I know their names and the cities they come from. When we read such hadith about companions of Imam Mahdi, or about things that Imam Mahdi is going to establish, or about calamities of Akhir zaman, we should not just read them and then wait to see whether we are going to witness those days or not. We need to take them as instructions for us. Positive things are instructions for implementation. Negative things are warnings to safeguard ourselves. This hadith and many other hadiths that we have about companions of Imam Mahdi should be taken as instructions by us, especially for the youths who have golden opportunity of being able to form themselves according to these expectations. Maybe for a person who is old or middle-aged, it's difficult. If they have been doing well, yes. Otherwise, very difficult to change, although it's possible. But for the youths, still, it's very possible, practical, and easier. So, my humble advice to you is add to your knowledge secular sciences, religious sciences. Add to your knowledge, definitely. Add to your experiences. Befriend good people. But if you want to remember something from me tonight, work on your determination. The main factor for success is determination. And the most difficult thing to have in future is determination, because the way our life is proceeding is that human beings are becoming more and more dependent and weaker, because with technology, with facilities and gadgets that we have, with the use of computer and robots, things are more and more planned, programmed in advance. You think you are controlling everything with clicking on your screen, with pressing a button, not knowing that you have become yourself a button. You have yourself become a robot. You are programmed. You are shaped and formed by lots of things that you may not notice. In order to avoid that, we need to be investing a lot on determination. Undertake big tasks gradually, realistically, but ambitious tasks. And don't allow any exception. Don't allow anything to change your mind. Choose times when you reduce your dependence on anything, and it would be just you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Times of being alone, times of not using internet or computer, times of not using car, times that would be you and natural power that Allah has given to you. Try natural life sometimes. I'm not saying we should be against technology, but we need to keep some distance, some reflective and some contemplative distance from technology to make good use of technology. Technology is a very good thing if we use it, not if technology uses us, not if industry uses us. Please work on your determination. Be one of those people that لو هموا بإزالة الجبال الرواسي لأزالوها. For me, this is a challenge. I am trying to work on this. But for you, might be easier. Because still, you have less connections, less responsibilities, and less interactions. You are in the best time of your life to plan for the rest of your life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be with you, and may Imam of our time would have his special attention fixed on you, inshallah. Thank you very much. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Inshallah, thank you so much, Sheikh.
You're welcome.
Beautiful dua at the end. I really appreciate that talk. I'm sure everyone really benefited from it. I think everyone was one of the things previous speaker Sister Sunda said that she can't necessarily tell if people are engaged or not, because not everyone's got their camera on, but I'm sure everyone definitely benefited a lot from that. But inshallah, if people